How's it going, everyone? Hope you had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. We are going to keep kind of that budget-oriented video idea still going because, I recently, like I said in my last video, or the video before, recently graduated from college and didn't have a ton of money to spend on stuff. So for this video, I'm going to break down some of my favorite beaver style, creature style baits and what I think are the best for the money. So those are gonna kind of the baits we're gonna go over are the Reaction Innovation Sweet Beaver, the Missile Baits D-Bomb, and the Googan Baits Bandito Bug. So let's break it down a little bit. Let's go over each one. So let's start with that Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver. So this is 4.2 size. I got this in the color Tramp Stamp. So it's black and blue flake on one side and it's green pumpkin on the other with black flake. So I really like this beaver style bait for flipping or punching into heavy grass or weeds because it just got a slim profile. It easily just works into there. Doesn't have you take these appendages apart obviously, but they're not super obnoxious. They're not going to flop around a lot. And these ridges here that they have, I feel like they catch a lot of water and make it give it a pretty good lifelike action. And then it has a little bit of like a flange almost to these little appendages. And then on these kickers, they have little ridges on them, and they catch a little bit of water and they'll flap on the way down. Not super crazy, but I've had quite a bit of luck with this when I was up in the Midwest and flipping docks and catching some pretty decent sized bass. Nothing crazy, it's the Midwest, so you're about 2.5 to 3 pounders. And then probably my favorite one that I liked for flipping and Texas rigs is the Missile Baits D-Bomb. And it's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer profile than the Reaction Innovations. And kind of same thing, kind of has little ridges on this, so they flap around, and it has a little bit of a bulge almost on these. But probably my favorite thing about this, couple good really good features I think that this bait has. So for Texas rigging, this head right here is kind of when you look closely at it, it's kind of a separate section almost from all these ribs. And so you know exactly where to put the hook point through and then back around, so you can rig it weedless. I really like the ridges on this body. I think that when fish bite this, they hold on a little bit longer because it has a lot of give. Probably has a good mouth feel to it, And another great thing about this is the smell. It kind of has a black licorice smell to it. And I think scent can play a big role in fishing and in soft plastics. I don't think it makes such a huge difference, but I think that when the bite is a little bit tougher, that little bit extra thing might help out. And then, if you ever watch YouTube fishing videos, you'll know who the Googan squad is, and they have their Googan baits. I'm a fan of them. I like quite a few of them, watch their videos. And so hopped on the bandwagon and picked up their Bandito Bug. And I got this in Bama Bug colors, so it's really green pumpkin on one side, more a really green pumpkin, not kind of more subdued like this. So, and then on the other side, it's June bug. So, one of the cool things about like this Googan Baits Bandito bug, kind of has the same scent. They're pretty oily, but same kind of scent as the Missile Baits D-Bomb. Kind of has that black licorice anise smell to it. Really cool feature is they got the Strike King patent for the rage bugs. And being a budget angler, I've never tried Strike King rage bugs. I always thought they were kind of pricey, and I could get these for a lot cheaper, and these are of what worked for me in the past. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. But they got these, so they got these ridges that Strike King has on their rage products, and so when I fish this, they kick like crazy. Like these really flap around, and like all of these appendages have it, even down to these little antenna. So it's gonna kick up a lot of action, and I really like that. Although back in the Midwest, when I fished this the couple of times that I did before I moved, it didn't work for me like when these would. So I don't know, it was like a frustrating experience, because I spent just like $6 on these, and you watch the YouTube videos and stuff's working for everybody else. Why isn't it working for me? So I don't know what was going on. Like, wasn't doing like anything different with my Texas rigs or anything, but I was getting bit a lot more on this, which I thought I would get bit more on this, because one of my favorite ponds up in Brookings was like this like nature park, and so like the water's like not super clear, and so either one of these colors should work, because a color like this did work. And I've caught bass up there on that, up to 3-pounders. So for your money, I think they can't go wrong with Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver, and you can't go wrong with the Missile Baits D-Bomb. To break it down for you, I think these for a 6-pack, let me double check here. I have it in my little notes here. I apologize for that. So, Missile Baits D-Bomb. These are going to run you $3.99. That's what I bought them for. $3.99 a pack for 6 of them. But the cool thing about this is, like, if you order stuff on Tackle Warehouse or something, you can get a 25-pack for $12.99, and that's like insane. Like, if you're fishing a tournament or something, I feel like that's the way to go. Or if you just want to stock up on them, like, you could have 50 of those baits, and they only do them in select colors. But you could have 50 of those baits for $25. Alright, so let's compare that to the Reaction Innovation. So this is a 10-pack. This was $4.99, what I picked it up for. And on the back, it says, original products that have been used to win millions of dollars in national tournaments. And honestly, I believe that, because these, like, flat out work. Like, the guys over at Tactical Bassin, if you want to check them out, they swear by this. Like, this is one of the, like, beaver baits that they have tied on, like, all year long if they're Texas rigging. And then, like, once they get kind of worn out, you trim the top of the head off on any of these beaver style baits. You trim the top of the head on and you put it on a jig, and you use it as a jig trailer. So the Googan baits, they have really good packaging. They got this clamshell. Don't think that makes like any shit and bit of difference, because I've never had a problem with them just being loose like this. And like, you see people all the time just throw them into like a tackle box. So I don't think this clam packaging makes a whole lot of a difference. And so These come in $5.99 for a 7-pack. So a little disappointed when like a couple of times that I've used these, they weren't working for me. I pitched this in like same locations that I caught, you know, those 2.5, 3 pounders on, like consistently caught nice sized bass, flipping this one dock. And that's my personal best bass so far. But down south, that's for sure gonna get broken once I get my fishing license. Like this whole thing, you know, with everything going on, like in the DMV, that's just been nuts. But I've caught my PB on this Missile Baits D-Bomb, and I don't think you can go wrong with these. Like, you should definitely go and pick up one of these. And the Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver. I think those are the best beaver baits that are on the market right now, and you can't go wrong for the money. I'm going to continue to throw, you know, that Bandito bug. I'm going to get it to work one of these days, and I'm going to catch fish on it, because no matter what, like, eventually it's going to work. Throwing it in the right scenario. I guess it wasn't the right scenario any other time that I threw it. But for the money, I'm not always, that's going to be like a splurge item. I'm not always going to pick up a pack of those Bandito bugs. I'm going to pick up a pack of those Missile Baits D-Bombs or the Reaction Innovations Sweet Beaver, because you can't go wrong with either one of those. If you kind of like this, you know, I'm doing this style of video until I can get my fishing license and we can get up and going. It's been, you know, it's kind of been really frustrating because I see people out fishing all the time, and it's like I can't just go after work or anything. But once I do get my fishing license, we are going to get some fishing videos up on here. You know, you're going to see more vlogs like I did last time with hiking and going out and doing stuff. Like, we went out to the beach this weekend to celebrate, you know, Independence Day, because America. But one of the videos that I'm going to do once I get my licensing and all of that is I picked up this thing at Walmart. This is the Man's Jelly Worm. This thing is massive. This thing is like 12 inches long. It's just like insane. And like a lot of people have done videos on it, and it's like world's biggest worm. So it'll be fun to try it out. Like, you can't get these. I've never, like, every Walmart or fishing store that I've been to up north, up in the Midwest, I've never seen one of these. So when I seen it for like $4.29 for a 10-pack, I was like, all right, bet, we're gonna do this. So, and this worm is insane. Like, it's like super firm, but I don't think it makes a difference when it's that long. This thing is nuts. But watch for that video once we get up and going here. And I'm going to try to stay consistent with posting a video like every Monday. Kind of upload schedule or whatever. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, please drop them below. I know some people wanted to see some like more Midwest fishing tips guy. So there's a video of that coming down the pipeline pretty soon. But other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day. And I will see you next Monday with another video.